You never know when your audience is going to be online, so that gives you an opportunity to show up at the top of the feeds with your story with a little, circle around your face. Let's talk all about Instagram stories, especially if you are confused about all the features and what the heck are you supposed to be posting on the stories on Instagram. So my name is Jelena Ostrovska from JelenaOstrovska.com, and this is the best place for coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs who want to dominate on social media, including Instagram. So let's dive right in. So this video includes a screen share of my phone, so I am actually going to go ahead and turn it on before I forget. So before we get into the screen share, I do want to give you kind of like the Instagram suggestion as far as how often you should be posting on stories. I always, here's my recommendation: post not necessarily as much as you can, but multiple times throughout the day and spread them out, right? But if you're gonna post just 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, evening is your best bet, because you never know when your audience is going to be online, so that gives you an opportunity to show up at the top of the feeds with your story with a little, circle around your face. So there's that part. And then the other thing that I also want you to remember, that what Instagram recommends is, we should follow that, but at the same time, it's not really enough. They do say post 10 stories per week, which is basically 2 stories per day if you only publish from Monday to Friday. Obviously, very simple math. There are some creators that say post at least 10 times on stories per day. I don't always follow that. So me personally, I don't always am that talkative, but I do want to give you some options. So let's get right into my phone. So as you can see right now, I am inside of my actual Instagram account, and I do have something that I've already posted on the story, so I'm kind of going to walk you through it. So today is my content batching day. So yesterday it was Sunday, so I planned everything out and I posted it kind of my calendar. And I had people ask me, hey, what is it? How do you do this? So it does generate me some leads, and it does open up a conversation about how we potentially can work together. So that kind of gives a little bit of curiosity. Then this little selfie today, and then a little Boomerang video of, me basically recording. So, and I feel like I'm on the video number 4 right now, I think, out of 8. So that's how they look like. Now you can also see how many people viewed them, all that good stuff. Now, what you want to do is you want to either swipe to the right, and you're going to see the stories right here, right? Or you can click on the plus icon, and then you can either choose post, story, or reels, or live. So I'm going to choose, story right now, and I'm going to walk you through certain features right now. So I have it right here, so I can have a nicer screen share. So the first thing is the create feature. So we're looking on the left right now. So that basically gives you options to just put text without showing your face. Sometimes I would do these types of stories throughout the day, during the work week. Sometimes I would do this type of stories on the weekends, so I don't have to show my face, especially when I'm just lazy lying around doing whatever. And you basically click and you can tap to type, and then at the top you can change the color, and you can see the little circle basically changes it. And you can put the text, you can add all sorts of different stickers over here to make it kind of more interesting. So, if you're going to be putting something, I don't know, so there's some trending things on Giphy. If you want to put something, I don't know, let's choose something shocking, right? You can put, I don't know, some eyes or OMG. If you want to delete something, you just hold it and then you drag it all the way to the trash and it's going to be deleted. So now that's the create feature. Now the other feature, so in order for you to close it, you have to click on the little X. So, and then you're going to be able to see yourself once again. So the Boomerang is actually one that I showed you, that I recorded today while, I've been batching my content. Boomerang basically looks like a little bit of this. You tap and hold the screen and you just move your face or do whatever, something funny. I've done several Boomerangs, with my friends, a little cheer. When you I don't know, go out for a drink or drink some cocktail or, I don't know, some smoothie or whatever. So again, you want to close it out, and the other feature is called basically the layout or the grid, which you can change. And the thing that it does, it's not let me just tell you this. It's not the most important thing to do, but you do want to give a little bit of a variety, you know what I mean? So, and you can choose, how many images you want to have, whether you want to have, I don't know, like this, or you want to have, 6 images. So I wouldn't really do videos, but basically, this is kind of how it works. So you just like do like create the pictures and different images, and it kind of looks, you know, funny, right? Again, this is great if you're a photographer, so I probably wouldn't really necessarily use it unless I'm like traveling or doing whatever. So let me close it out. So you don't necessarily have to have like multiple different pictures of a sunset or whatever, but you can just have basically all in one place. Now the fourth icon, we can close it. So this is basically a multi-capture. This is a new fun feature. So again, it's basically you snap a picture, and then another one, and then another one, and then you click next, and let's see if it's going to play. Okay, so it definitely didn't, but basically the way it's going to be working, and I really look funny over here, is it's going to be like a mini video, right? So it's going to be image number 1, image number 2, image number 3, essentially a video, right? Again, I would only do that if I'm like traveling or something like that, or have a lot of interesting things to show, not when we are on a freaking lockdown, you know what I'm saying? Now, level, this is kind of, I don't know, like if you're a builder or something, maybe you'll get it. I don't use it. So then there's also super zoom. Super zoom is basically, I sometimes use it to promote my YouTube videos, and I kind of like point to my video, and then like I use one of these, and you just tap and hold, and you see like it just gives like a bunch of like hearts or whatever. So okay, I'm gonna exit out. That's kind of how it works. You can browse through. There's several different features that you can use. Now let me show you the other called hands-free. This is super handy for YouTube videos, not YouTube videos, for Instagram stories videos. Now you have to remember, and I don't know if this is like this for everybody, it is like that for me, you can only record 4 stories, 4 15-second clips. Basically they cut you out at 60 seconds, right? So, and it's the same thing, so when you use the hands-free, but what it does is you just tap once, and I'm not holding the screen, I'm literally just holding my phone, and it records the whole thing. And, you know, once we get to the 15-second mark right here, it is basically going to, you know, trim it, and then we're gonna go into this, you know, thing number 2, right? So you can see it right here. So super handy. Sometimes I would just like put my phone on a tripod, and I'm just keeping it there, and that's it, right? So and then I record, and then I publish, then I add, you know, some text or whatnot. Now, how do you actually add the text? This is how you do it. So you just type in, you know, hello. It does help having it, you know what I mean? Then if you swipe left or right, you get to see like the filters. So sometimes, you know, I use, you know, some of the filters, like this one kind of looks nice. The black and white sometimes is a good idea as well. And you can kind of like swipe through it. Now, sometimes if you don't want to have any kind of audio and you recorded something and it's just a lot of noise in the back, you click on the sound and you tap, you know, tap on it, and you see like the little like voice thingy is, you know, cut out. You can also enable it back on. You can draw on the video. You can change the colors right here. So the obvious features, but I did want to have this video up because I always have people asking, how the hell do you do all this? Like, how do we do the stories? What do you share? You can make an arrow, right, like this. You can make like a little marker. You can have like a glow stick, and then you can also erase all of that, right? So you can play with it. You can make a lot of interesting things, but that's kind of how it's going to look like. Now I'm going to click on done, and I'm going to exit this out, and we're going to discard that. So that's all the kind of features that are there. Now let's move into the extra features that you can use to actually get more engagement and make it more interesting on Instagram. So let me go ahead and just like let me walk you through some filters. So I do have certain filters that are saved. Now, a lot of them are girly, so if you're watching this and you're a guy, you're probably not going to want to use a filter like this. I mean, I use sometimes the filters that don't distort my face, but just like a filter when I don't have a whole lot of makeup on going on or whatnot. So it just kind of, I don't know, it just makes it look nice, you know, like I have like the little, like one of these. This does distort my face, like it has like the nose or what. It's just weird. Anyways, but if you scroll all the way, like this looks weird. I mean, you can play with it. You can do whatever you want. And then there's some nice filters right now. And then if you scroll all the way to the end, and then there's a search feature, and you can basically go into the effects gallery. And a lot of people forget about that feature, or they just don't know about it. And then you can see, you know, click on selfies, and you can see there's for some reason not a whole lot. There used to be a lot of them. Maybe they didn't really categorize them a lot. And then basically some people literally create filters, and that's what they do, right? So, and you can choose whichever, and kind of see, Choco, I feel like it's probably going to distort the face. Maybe her face looks like this. Who really knows these days, right? iPhone mockup, so you can literally insert your video into, we can try it out right now. So let me go ahead. Okay, so, and you can basically be inside the phone. The only problem is my face is like all smushed. Like it looks way skinnier than it actually is. So there's that. Now, let's go ahead and X out this filter and let's go back to reality. And I'm just going to go ahead and take a picture, and then we're gonna play with some filters. So I'm just gonna do this, and my face looks like a like a resting bitch face. Okay, so text feature, we've already discovered that, right? Now, the next thing is something that's going to help you increase the engagement in general on your stories. So if you click on this little smiley icon, so you're gonna see several different things now. Location, I don't necessarily use it unless at some, I don't know, traveling or whatnot. I don't use it, like, you don't want to put your home address over there, like, that's weird. Mention, if you are tagging somebody in a post, then you can always mention them because they can reshare it to their stories and you can get a little bit more traffic to your profile. Hashtags, they're not effective on stories. Nobody really is going to discover you through that, so just please drop this idea of even using it. Donations, GIFs, so you can search, for GIFs. That's very self-explanatory. You can add music, so if you're, I don't know, driving around or whatever, so you can choose, whichever music that is available there. You can browse and kind of see through, different categories and genres or whatnot. You can add the time. Now, the first one that I love is the poll. So you basically ask a question and, then you give people the option to answer, and then you get to see who voted on that poll, right? So this is great for market research. This is great for asking questions like, hey, which type of content do you prefer? Do you prefer video? Do you prefer text? When investing in a paid program, do you prefer the program to be, live mastermind, pre-recorded course, right? So you can do things like that and ask what's relevant. You don't always have to send people a SurveyMonkey link, but you can do market research like this. So this is very effective. So now the second option is you go to the same smiley option and you ask a question, right? So again, this does require a bigger commitment from your audience. So when you have a very small audience, it doesn't always work that well. But as you grow your audience, you do want to start using it and test, and actually training your audience that, hey, we are engaging over here. You know what I'm saying? So you can ask a question and, just some people just use the space, ask me anything. Now, if you're a woman, it's not always a good idea. And if you have, some followers that are just weird, you're going to get a lot of weird messages over there. But you're probably also going to know who to block and who to remove out of your account. So there's benefits to, to different things. So again, you can ask a question and then leverage those answers for creating future content, right? So a lot of the times I would ask a question saying, hey, I'm batching content this weekend. So what questions do you have for me when it comes to building your business on social media, right? And then I would just drop it there, right? Now, next question, not really a question, feature is a countdown. So you can use it to promote your YouTube videos. You can use it before launching a program. You can create some sort of special announcement. The good thing about these kind of countdown timers is people can actually turn on notifications for them, and they will get a notification in their Instagram, little updates that this countdown is over, go check it out. So they're basically going back to your profile, back to your stories, and check out whatever you have going on that's attached to this countdown. Now, next feature is this one. And this is pretty, I don't know, it's a fun one. You can ask, basically it's like a thermometer to where you ask a question, or, you can ask something like, how do you feel about this? Is this something you do? And you can just change the emoji. You can put a thumbs up. You can add whichever emoji you want. So, I don't know, you can put this one. So people basically just swipe. It's again, very little commitment. You ask for your audience, so it's a very easy one to get traction, interaction. The good thing about it is you will see who's very active, and should I say hyperactive when it comes to following you. So again, thermometer is another one. Now let's choose, and last but not least, this one is again very low commitment because they don't have to type anything. They just literally have to select the answer, and you can make it to where it's there is a correct answer, right? And you can also make it to where there's no correct answer, and you just like say, hey, disregard the correct answer, just choose whichever you want. So you may ask, what do you prefer when it comes to consuming content? If you have more, because there's a poll and then there's this feature, so if you have more than 2 answers that you want to put, like let's say video, audio, and then text, right? So, and then you can make it, I don't know, like, okay, so you can even put like a little emoji or whatever. So, it actually generates, what's my top spicy food? Okay, so it generates a question, so you can just make like a whole, that's kind of what you can do on the weekends and just have people guess like whatever is your favorite thing. People engage with this kind of stuff. Like it's always fun. It's always fun to see the actual correct answers because that lets you get to know the other person. So and then you just make, guess my favorite, pizza topping, and then you just select and then choose whichever answer is going to be, the best, and you just, basically click on the letter A, B, or C, and it selects it, right? And this question with this face is funny. All right, so these are all the possible features you can be using on Instagram stories that are going to help you ultimately get more views and, help you get more interaction with your audience, because that is so crucial. Just to have a bunch of people watch your stories, that's not the goal. You want an engaged audience that is participating in the polls, that's active, that's kind of involved in your life, but not really, if you know what I mean. So I really hope this was valuable. Feel free to share this with your fellow entrepreneurs and people who are confused about Instagram stories. So let me know down to the comment section below what is your favorite Instagram story feature, if there's any that you particularly like, and if there's anything that I'm missing out of it. Like I know there's so many Instagram story features that you can use that I haven't really mentioned all of them. So I really hope this was valuable. Be sure to check out these videos right here, all about Instagram growth. Check out, there's a whole playlist about Instagram. And with that being said, I appreciate you. Hit subscribe button, hit the like and the bell sign to get notified every single time there is new content, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.